maybe you could help me with the problem that will kind of make her screaming. It's a problem that I face the time, a place, a place, and never coming, bringing it back in the hip and the hum and the drum and the bass and yo go. I do what you want to go quick and jump in the bumper to my groove like my poker. Stick up, flicker to a flavor. Beat you rocking harder than a break to a layer. Ease up, mother brown, put your knees up. But can you be flipping and kicking like a Bruce Lee? Beat your guys, beat your wanna take it and teach the shallow. Beat your gonna eat you like a cream puff. Cause I can't get enough. For his, for better, for worse, for what it's worth, second verse, the first kids upon the earth, mixing up a storm, brewing up a tornado.
Having an abundance of platonic relationships, reminiscent of my man Mike Plato.
I was running down the street, just screaming, I was blind, but I lost my voice like I lost my mind, and I couldn't get another, couldn't get another, couldn't get another, couldn't get another, couldn't get another. No, I was born to conform to the norm, yawn like a lawn born. I was born to reform, worn, corn, and all the thinking and beating, bringing a second, I'm making them up like nothing. Cause I can't get enough. Is a preference for the habitual voyeur of what is known as. A morning soup can be avoided if you take a route straight through what is known as. John's got brew, it's true, he gets intimidated by the dirty pigeons, they love a bit of it. Who's that gut lord marching? You should cut down on your pork life, mate, get some exercise. When I want, except on Wednesdays, when I get rudely awakened by the dustman. I put my trousers on, have a cup of tea, and I think about leaving the house. I feed the pigeons, I sometimes feed the sparrows too. It gives me an enormous sense of well-being. And then I'm happy for the rest of the day, safe in the knowledge there will always be a bit of my heart devoted to it. go round and round and round and round. Oh, the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand, and then hand through their hard life. Oh, the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand, and then hand through their hard life. What's that? Yeah. Wait a minute.
Groovy, jazzy, funky, pounce, bounce, dance as we dip in the melodic sea. Rhythm keeps flowing, drips the MC. Sweet sugar pop, box hip hop. You don't stop till the sweet beat drops. I show 'em prove, stick and move. Every poem's recited on top of the groove. Smooth, live, floating like a butterfly. Notes that I float, sung like a lullaby. Brace yourself as the beat hits ya. Dip, trip, flip, fantasia.
What's that?
Bitty, bitty,
Yeah. Yeah.
bitty, bitty, bitty. Feel the beat drop, jazz and hip hop, dripping in your dome, make your zone and bop. Funk confusion, the fly illusion keeps you coasting on the rhythm you're cruising. Up, down, round and round, rhymes profound, but nevertheless you got to get down. Us three freaks through the beat, so unique you move your feet and sweat from the heat. Back to the fact I'm the Mac and I know that the way I kick the rhyme, some would call me a poet. Poems steady going, flowing, showing sights and sounds. Caught in the groove and the tail I found. Many tripped and toured upon the rhymes they soared to an infinite height, to a realm of the hardcore. Here we go, half I take ya, dip, trip, flip, fantasia.
What's that?
Bitty, bitty, bitty,
Yeah.
bitty, bitty, bitty.
What's that?
Bitty, bitty, bitty,
Yeah.
bitty, bitty, bitty. Jump to the jam, boogie woogie jam slam, bust the dialect, I'm the man in command. Come, flow with the sounds of the mighty mic master. Rhyming on the mic, I bring a sucker to disaster. Buku ducks, but I still rock Nike with the razzle dazzle star. I might be scribble, jabble, scrabble on the microphone. I babble as I fit the funky words into a puzzle. Yes, 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 on and on as I flex. Get with the flow, words manifest. Feel the vibe from here to Asia. Dip, trip, flip, fantasia.
What's that? Yeah. What's that? Yeah. What's that? Yeah.
thinking slow, and you'll get no respect if you can say what you feel. Be sure, feel your execution perfect. Go hard, say what you're thinking slow, and you'll get no respect if you can say what you feel. Be sure, feel your execution perfectly. And I trust you will, evidently. Sincerely, when you get the thrill, take it and scream. People feel me knocking, yeah. To think that no one else is ever to feel it in. The way you can look up is no sin. No one can think about it negatively. Negatively. Oh, say what you're thinking slow, and you'll get no respect if you can say what you feel. Be sure, feel your execution perfect. Oh, say what you're thinking slow, and you'll get no respect if you can say what you feel. Be sure, feel your execution perfectly. Make them listen till who they can all see. The hypocrisy. And when they realize they can all see. To feel it in the way you can look up is no sin. No one can think about it negatively. Negatively.
the two of us. So don't wake me if I'm dreaming, 'cause I'm in the mood, come on and give it up. You got me feeling hella good, so let's just keep on dancing. You hold me like you should, so I'm gonna keep on dancing. You got me feeling hella good, so let's just keep on dancing. You hold me like you should, so I'm gonna keep on dancing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, You got me feeling hella good, so let's just keep on dancing. You hold me like you should, so I'm gonna keep on dancing. You got me feeling hella good, so let's just keep on dancing. You hold me like you should, so I'm gonna keep on dancing.
There's so many things I like about you. I just don't know where to begin. Okay, well, I like the way you look at me with those beautiful eyes. I like the way you act, all surprised. I like the way you sing along. I like the way you always get it wrong. I like the way you clap your hands. I like the way you love to dance. I like the way you put your hands up in the air. I like the way you shake your hair. I like the way you like to touch. I like the way you stare so much. But most of all, yeah, most of all, I like the way you move. I like the way you move.
Welcome to Michael's Ave for this Deliver Easy Chatham Cup Round 1 match between Ellerslie AFC and Northern Rovers. We have the lineups for you now. For Northern Rovers first, in goal, number 1, David Masters. Number 2, Jason Kay. Number 3, Lucas Winshower. Number 6, Brock Messenger. Number 7, Ryan Doherty. Number 8, Bailey Gauhan. Number 10, Yolkin Alberto Hilve Kumian. Number 11, Shotaro Inouye. Number 14, Ao Seto. Number 16 and captain, back from suspension, Anthony Hobbs. Number 19, Darren Armstrong. On the bench for Northern Rovers today, number 9, Daniel Morgan. Number 12, Noah Reid. Number 22, Louis Pelletti. Number 23, Carter McKenzie. And number 24, Aidan Singh. Ellerslie's team for today, in goal, on debut, number 18, Callum Robertson. Number 6, Nick Shaw. Number 7, Darren Motter. Number 8, Sam Lonergan. Number 9, Will Litchfield. Number 12, Sam Bold. Number 15 and captain, Seb Pullman. Number 17, Josh Marshall. Number 24, Thomas Rack. Number 25, Maxim Manco. Number 26, Jacob England. On the bench for the Ponies today, number 5, Tennyson Diaz Campbell. Number 10, Troy Thomas. Number 11, Alice Bredmore. Number 19, Levi Johnson. And number 21, Carvin Cannon. Ellerslie taking the kick-off here as they look to defend the cricket net's end of the pitch on the first half. The referee for today, Nick Kang, assisted by Fidel Jurry and David Cornelius. Nick Kang checking his watch as we look to kick off here. And we're off. Ellerslie going direct from the kick-off here. Jacob England with the ball back to his defenders. Nick Shaw passing across to captain Seb Pullman. Seb Pullman finding the Scottish fullback Motta. Motta cutting back inside. Looking for a run here as he bisects a few players, finding Litchfield on the left side here. Litchfield defended by Kay. Litchfield comes back to Lonergan. Lonergan challenged, and it's an early throw-in to Northern Rovers. To Ellerslie, I apologise. Motta with the ball here for the throw-in, although he puts that down, and Marshall is going to come across here for the long throw. Early long throw here for Ellerslie. Josh Marshall with the ball, struggling with the tape there. His throw deep inside the box here, aiming for an Ellerslie player. I think England, who headed that on into the hands of David Masters, who rolls a quick ball out. Ball ends up with Darren Armstrong, who's up against Sam Bold, who gives away an early free kick. Sam Bold coming back into the team after missing the game last week, not able to make the 2 o'clock kickoff. Sam, who's been impressive in his short time with Ellerslie so far, will be looking to make a difference today after Ellerslie losing the league game against same opposition last week. Sam knocks that into Maxim Manco. It's a bit overhit, and Anthony Hobbs heads that away. Rovers with an early ball forward looking for Inouye, but that's headed away by captain Seb Pullman, and Ellerslie have the ball back. Litchfield onto the right wing now. Potentially just temporary from the long throw. Pullman with the ball at the back. Over to Motta. Motta, nice little ball down the sideline to Marshall. Marshall to Lonergan. Lonergan to Manco. Manco to England. Ellerslie, a little bit of interplay here. Looking to see if they can pick this Rovers team apart. Rovers who sit top of the table at the moment. Rovers do win that ball back. They now have a period of play at the back here. Mock Messenger on the ball, playing up Jason Kay. Somewhat cagey start to this game, with both teams having played last week. Not a lot of surprises from either coach. So some tactical battles here in midfield. Ellerslie win the ball over here from Messenger. Marshall was able to win that back. Ellerslie retain position, going back to the centre backs. Seeing if Rovers will press out on this. Holman, short pass. This pass is picked off by Seto. His ball forward to Inoue is overhit, and Robertson on debut gets his first touch of the ball in the new goalkeeper's view kit. We'll hear a bit more about that later. Maxim Manco, nice hold-up play there. Works with Lonergan. Lonergan, Manco out to Litchfield on the right here. Plenty of space as he looks to drive into the box, get on his left foot. Can't quite get it on his left. And England comes to effect a tackle, but is offside. Nice little play there in the midfield from Manco and Lonergan to open up that opportunity for Litchfield. It's a goal kick there from David Masters. Said Pullman with the clearance, a bomb into midfield. Manco is competing for it. So defeated Lonergan. Lonergan finds Marshall. Marshall under pressure here, gets away from two. Lonergan linking well and gets the ball back from Litchfield. Swamped in midfield though. The hungry Rovers defence shut that down. Ball sitting with David Masters here at the back as Ellerslie look to sit in to possession, sit into shape. Messenger with the ball, bringing it forward, looking for opportunities. Finds Kay. Kay is a channel ball towards Armstrong, but it's cut out by Shaw. Ellerslie retain position. The ball out here towards Marshall. Marshall one-on-one with Kay. Has a shot. It's blocked. Ellerslie do retain the ball for a second. And Kumian wins the ball there. Out to Armstrong. Armstrong tackled well by Pullman. Armstrong dangerous in the game last week in the league. And a free kick there for Ellerslie just in front of the Northern Rovers bench. It's a chance to bring in our co-commentator for today, Keegan Hansen. Welcome, Keegan.
Hey Tim, thanks for having me. Really excited to be here. Look, it should be a good battle. Ellerslie started off brightly, so one mate last.
How was warm-up?
Warm-up was good. Warm-up was fizz. Shout out to Ellis in particular. He scored maybe a million goals in the warm-up. So, excited to see him come on late in the game and have an impact.
All right, sneaky bet on Ellis for scoring a goal later in the game then.
Yeah, I would.
Lonergan with the free kick there, headed on by England, but into the hands of Masters. Masters goes early, looking for Inoue. Inoue is in behind, but his header on is through to Motta. Motta pumps it up upfield, looking for Manco. Manco, great touch here, challenged by Messenger. Loses the ball, unfortunately. But positive from Ellerslie so far, looking a little bit more resilient than last week. Helps to know your opposition from second week. Messenger finding Gowan. Gowan over towards Kumian on the left wing. Kumian cutting it inside Bold. Looks for his options. Finds Doherty on the edge of the box, but his touch is loose and Ellerslie clear the ball. And Motta comes away here, looking for his options forward. Trusty left foot here. Switches that ball over towards Litchfield. Litchfield with a battle there with Bailey Cowan. Litchfield does eventually bring that ball down. Retaining position, back to Bold. So, Keegan, Having played this game last week, how are you seeing this game being different so far?
I think Ellerslie are having a little bit more control in their half. I think that's going to be pretty important just to slow the game down and see if we can enjoy some spells in possession. And yeah, these transitional moments will be in Ellerslie's favour today.
Nice. Ellerslie winning a throw in here on halfway. A lot of pressure here in the midfield on the Rovers counterparts, meaning Ellerslie want to throw on halfway. Motta with the ball here. Drink there. Free drink there. Midfielders almost won the ball back there, but Rovers have retained possession. Starting to settle into this game position-wise. Kumian, who was quiet in the league game, has been involved early in this one. Wanting to trouble the scorers, I'm sure. So 16, Anthony Hobbs, who's back from a ban, sitting in midfield here with the captain's armband on. It's been involved a lot early. Here we have Seto driving inside. He tries to find Armstrong as he spins away from Shaw, but Shaw is strong enough there and slows him down. And Robertson, first time in the game, he's got the ball in his hands. Is he nervous today, Keegan, or is he pretty calm? He's played a lot of first-team football already.
No, Cal's a good kid. He's naturally confident, which is what you want in your goalkeeper. No, I think he's excited, and even though he's young, he's played a bit at this level, so I think he'll do really well. He'll do really well today.
It's good. Well, I've got a bit of break from play here. I just mentioned the goalkeeper view kit earlier on. Want to tell us a bit about that goalkeeper view kit?
Yeah, it's a new blue kit, designed by Jackson Gilbert and myself. Yeah, it's really nice. Really excited to see it come to the field.
Nice. All right, Seb Pullman here, restarting possession as Ellerslie look to keep it at the back. Northern Rovers staying in shape as they look to see if Ellerslie can do something to break them down. Ellerslie trapped a little bit here on the right side, bold, under pressure, but wins the throw eventually. Atkinson, the coach here for Ellerslie, giving a few instructions to his backline as Shaw puts that ball forward into his front line, but that's headed away by the Rovers player. And Nick eventually heads that out for a throw-in.
Yeah, what was wrong with Oscar?
Rovers not in a rush to take this throw. The right back coming over to take it. I think he's the long throw expert. How was those long throws to deal with last week, Kiggs?
They were fine. They were fine. I mean, he kind of loops them in, but you do worry when they're having to put them in from so deep. If that's all they've really got in terms of build up. So yeah, and you see a prime example there. They've just kind of lumped it into the box, but now this is where Rovers can kind of hurt you when they have control position in the half.
Yeah, it is interesting to see it from so deep, but yeah, they retained the ball. There was a thing I noticed in the first game. They're very sharp to pick up loose ball, and they got a lot of second phase play. So probably not that worried about the first phase throw, but the second phase is what they're after.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a dangerous ball. But
So that's a ball in from Armstrong there, aiming for Seto. Seto doesn't get quite enough on the head there, and that ball flies wide for a goal kick. Coleman surveying his options here, finds Robertson, pulls Armstrong out of shape, and a ball clipped in towards England. England loses that header out towards Hobbs. Hobbs climbing over the back of him there, legally. When Windshower and Rack go for a battle, but his pass is intercepted by Bold. Good to have him back in the team this week. Shaw with a clearance there for Max and Manco to chase. Messenger now bringing it out of the back. Ellerslie sitting in the mid block, waiting for the ball to be played to Seto. Seto facing forward, tries to find Armstrong down the line, but Motta blocks that off. Motta, one of the new signings for Ellerslie this year from Scotland. With a wand of a left foot. Ellerslie's own Andy Robertson. It's probably giving a bit too much credit there, but we'll stay with it. Holman, a bit confused where the ball's gone there, but Ellerslie do save that, and the ball's gone to Marshall. Marshall finds Manco. Manco challenged in midfield there quite successfully by Doherty. Ellerslie just unable to clear that ball successfully, led to that chance. Tell me about that, Keegan? What do you think we could have done better there?
Yeah, I think it was probably carrying on from last week. Rovers obviously a really physical team, very experienced team, and when you let them win the first and second balls, you're always going to struggle. And kind of as you say from the long throw, it doesn't really matter who wins those first balls, but if they're always going to be get to the second balls first, well then we're going to have a lot of trouble and maybe a long day out again. But hopefully, I think the boys are up front and they're well aware of what's going on, so we can see if we can win some more second balls. At the very least.
Yes, it's very clear. I think Ellerslie just need to keep competing and see what happens. This game's far from over. One goal is not the end of the world. As Bold puts the ball forward towards Manco, but it's headed back to Masters by Messenger. Masters finding his captain, Hobbs. Hobbs interplays there with his left back. Can't quite get his number. It's back along the other side towards Messenger. Messenger and K. Ellerslie sitting in a bit of a mid-block here. Pressing a little bit, but not overly pressing. Staying in shape. I think we saw this in the first game. As soon as Rovers scored, they decided to play with the ball a bit more at the back. Try and pull us out, looking for the equaliser. Litchfield has won this, though, and he's down the right-hand side here. Just Manco with him as he runs at Hobbs. But Hobbs stays calm and puts his foot in and wins that. And Rovers look to create a bit of a counter here, but Ellerslie have 4 men back, so goes back. And eventually a ball out. I'm not sure where that ball was aimed for, overhit, but through to Robertson in the end. Robertson with a clearance out here towards Litchfield, but that's won by Galgan. But that header is not controlled. It's out for a throw-in. Bold to take that throw-in down in the Ellerslie third. Bold aims for Litchfield for a flick on, but Rovers have pumped that forward. Motta puts it back into a danger zone, and Maxim Manco is challenging with Messenger. Ellerslie do eventually win the ball over. England in midfield today instead of wide wins that ball. New signing Jacob England from Western Springs. Nice little interplay here between Bold and Litchfield. And a free kick's given away by Hobbs in midfield as we hear assistant coach Trent Hurst appeal for that foul.
Yeah, I think if I jump into him, there was word in the goalkeeper warm-up. Trent had a funny feeling he might get a yellow card today, so keep a lookout because he was a little bit on edge and he even noted that himself. So if you see him standing up and shouting, don't be surprised.
I would say Trent's at low odds for a yellow card in any game, so that makes it probably an even bet, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Motta here giving the ball away. And Niue goes to the left side looking for Armstrong, but Shaw cuts that off. Shaw with his first start in a couple of weeks at centre-back today. Did play the majority of last week's game at centre-back after an early injury to Rimmer. But getting back into things after a suspension and then some injury issues. Messenger driving forward, looking for Doherty, the goal scorer. This play here ends up with Kay high against his fellow wing fullback. It delivers to the back post. Kumian tries to control that and puts their ball out for a goal kick. A little unlucky for Ellerslie there, actually. One of the ways we can hurt Rovers today, Keegs, after losing 5-0 last week, although maybe the scoreline flattered them a little bit.
Yeah, I think we just need to nullify their transitional moments. I think there was one a couple minutes ago where Will lost the ball and then they look really dangerous on the counter. But I think if we can play out successfully in moments like these and then get the ball in their half and keep it there, we'll have a lot of success.
Seto with a cross in here into the midfield looking for one of the strikers, but it's been half cleared. Windshower wins a free kick there off Lonergan, just outside the box. This will be a potentially dangerous area for Rovers. Robertson here with his first, other than the goal obviously, a first real piece of action to do. Free kick's never nice for the goalkeeper. It's probably a little bit too central to be too concerning.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one. It's essential, so you kind of have to set your wall up in the middle and then pick a side that you want to protect and then make sure your wall does the job as well.
Looks like Windshower with his right foot to be taking this, potentially.
Yeah,
to guess.
You'd expect him to shoot from here as well. It's just close enough to the box that he probably thinks he can get it up and over the wall from that distance.
He scored the first goal in the league game, if my memory serves me correct. Looking to get Rovers second here today. Robertson taking a very central position behind this wall. Making Windshower pick a corner. He goes low, and that's cut out by the wall. Not the free kick we're expecting from a man of his quality. But still, Rovers retain the possession. They go all the way back to Messenger. Messenger puts the ball forward to Inouye. Inouye heads back across goal towards Armstrong. But the flag is up for offside. That was a promising move for Northern Rovers there, so offside flag was good to see. Hurst, as mentioned before, is up early talking to his backline.
I don't imagine it'll be the last time we'll see that today as well.
Robertson here, going to restart play just on about the penalty spot. Goes for a clip into Manco. Manco flicks that on looking for Litchfield, but it's cut out by Kay. He goes back to his goalkeeper, Masters. Masters looks to slow the game down here. Pull Ellerslie out of shape. Messenger walking forward with the ball, not under any pressure. Puts it into midfield to Doherty. Doherty to Kay. Kay back to Messenger. All the way back to Masters. Masters goes long. Pullman comes forward trying to win this and loses that header, but Motta is there backing up. Puts it forward. And Messenger expertly heads that back towards Masters. Rovers look for the left side this time. But that ball is put out for a throw-in. It's Marshall. It's a quick throw into the box looking for Manco, but it's again flicked on by Messenger to his keeper. Rovers players calling for the game to be slowed down a bit. And the ball is put forward here by Masters, looking for Inouye. Inouye loses a header this time to Pullman. But Ellerslie can't keep the ball there. And they're back in defence again. With Masters, a lot of action with the ball at his feet so far in this game. Messenger fires that ball into Doherty. Doherty finds his captain Hobbs. Hobbs over to this elusive left back who I have yet to pick his name up from. 8, that's Galgan playing left back. Over to Doherty. Doherty in the middle of the park, the goal scorer. Fires that wide to Seto. Sito marked here by Motta. Sito goes outside, but Motta's still there. Motta makes him cut back, and Pullman flicks that ball on. There's a header. Nice save by Robertson as the header is knocked down by Anue. He'll survive that. First save for Robertson. How's he going to feel after that?
Yeah, it's a strong first save. You know, it's hard when you concede early. Not that it was his fault, but you know, especially for him in his first game here, he wants to get a nice tidy save out of the way to start building some confidence. But again, now he has to switch on and him and Seb need to organise because there's a long throw coming in the box, and this is where they can really hurt us.
Pay with this long throw. Seb Pullman heads that away. Litchfield with the loose ball. He fires that down the left channel. Messenger and Lonergan chasing that one together, but Messenger wins that foot race. Back to Masters. Masters goes over to Galgan. Ellerslie still sitting in this block, not wanting to get pulled open too early by this Rovers team. Messenger looks down the right-hand channel for Seto. Seto has Motta for company. Motta driving all the way back towards his own goal. Good work there from the left back. Back to Seto again. Plays a nice 1-2 with Winshaw. Winshaw to the fullback K. K drives it across the goal to Armstrong. And another nice save by Robertson, keeping the hat-trick score last week from Rovers scoreless so far. But another, I think it's a corner for Rovers.
Yeah, another smart save from Cal. I think he'll build in confidence as these saves keep coming.
Rovers were, I would say, reasonably efficient from corners last week. What challenges do you think Callum's going to deal with here?
Yeah, their service was strong, especially the in-swinging ones. This one's an out-swinger, so Cal will just have to deal with the physical presence that'll be around him.
Humian and Winshaw, the two closest players to him there, as Cal punches that away, but the AR has called that as a goal kick. And the referee, Nick Kang, has a quick word to a Rovers player for continuing to play after the whistle. Probably a little bit pedantic from the official there, but it's what it is. Ellerslie restarting this game with a goal kick. Rovers pushing high again. Pullman to Motta. Motta's robbed here by Seto. A cross back into the box, aiming for Anue. Anue knocks it down to the first goal scorer, Doherty, but his control lacks, and Ellerslie do clear that. But Manco and Lonergan can't get on the same page, and Rovers had the ball back in a snapshot here from Kumian, but that's all over the bar.
Yeah, it's a good chance for Ellerslie now to take a moment to slow things down and figure out how they can spend some time on the ball, because Rovers are always going to press aggressively, so they need to figure out how they can get into their half, or at least in and around the middle of the pitch, because at the moment they're having a little bit of trouble getting out of their own third, and yeah, you can't spend too long here because Rovers will hurt you eventually.
A bit more direct here from this play out, but Rovers have won the ball back. Hobbs standing on the ball here, looking for his options. Ellerslie set back into their mid-block. Ball forward here to Armstrong. Armstrong controls it in front of Shaw. Shaw comes in with an impressive tackle, gives the throw away, and we'll see the right back K coming across here for the long throw. This is a little bit more in the zone of being dangerous. This will be a delivery right into the danger zone for Ellerslie. That throws cleared away by Ellerslie, and there's actually a bit of a break here. Litchfield with Hobbs one-on-one, space in behind Hobbs. Litchfield can exploit that, as he does, on the outside with his pace. Into the box here, the goalkeeper's disposed of his hat. Ball across towards Manco. Manco left foot, but it's cut out by Kay. A great attack there from Ellerslie, but not quite enough to convert that. But that's probably the blueprint to how to hurt them going forward, isn't it, Keeks?
Yeah, in the transition moments, Will's always going to be a threat. He's one of the fastest players in the league, so when you hit him one-on-one, as a defender, you're in a lot of trouble.
Rovers, yep, normal service with Messenger and Doherty controlling the ball here. Up to Armstrong. Armstrong tries a flick, but it's won by Pullman. Pullman puts that forward to Litchfield. Litchfield and Lonergan connecting here on the edge of the box. Litchfield driving inside, looking for options.
Good
Finds
chance for Ellerslie to actually slow things down in here. Let Rovers sit in a block and spend a bit of time not defending and just, live on the ball for a bit.
yeah, the temptation is to, when you get the chance to attack, but actually keeping the ball might be a way to relieve some pressure.
Manage the game if
Yeah.
the first more or less 20-25 minutes Ellerslie have been in their own half. It'd be good to spend some time moving Rovers around and just, taking a touch for a second.
Nice early ball out here to Motto. He's got lots of space. Ellerslie have spent a bit of time with the ball here. Motto driving down the sideline. Goes for a delivery. Low. It's cut out by Kay.
Oh.
Kay has brained the referee. Referee is down. Litchfield with the ball, but that ball is going to get turned back over to Rovers, I would imagine, under the laws of the game. Nick Kang took that full force at close range. And
Yeah, it's not often you see a referee falcon in a game, but here we are, magic of the cup.
yeah. The Rovers players' sportsmanship, very honest there, asking the referee if he wanted the physio to come on and check him out. But the referee waves him away, saying he's okay. If the physio came on, would he have to have gone off the field?
Yeah, it makes you wonder. I wonder if I'm not sure if there's a fourth official present, but they might have to sub on. I don't know if there's any concussion protocols around referees.
We'll monitor him for his own safety for the rest of the game. Gives a thumbs up to his AR, drops the ball for Masters. Masters looks to pump that ball forward. Back to Ellerslie. Very good sportsmanship there from Northern Rovers. Didn't have to do that, but it was that's very nice. So Ellerslie now playing with the ball at the back. Shaw, been pressed by Armstrong. Puts it into the midfield for England, but it's cut out by a number of Rovers players. Rovers now living on the ball for a bit. Looking to see if Ellerslie will press. Nice ball into Inouye. Inouye, who was at times mixing between a 9 and a false 9. Very hard to pick up. Dropping off into certain spaces, but also good in the air. Might play to defend. Good combination up front he has with Armstrong. Messenger now getting the ball a bit higher in Ellersie's half. Pings the ball out to Kay. Kay tries to flick that ball across to Armstrong, but Robertson reads that well. Has the ball in his hands. Cal rolls that out towards Shaw. Shaw tries to find Marshall. Marshall defended by Galgan, but Marshall's around him. Into the box goes Marshall. Tries to cut back on his left foot. Finds Lonergan with a shot, but can't quite get the right contact and puts it over the goal. Impressive last couple of minutes from Ellerslie, I would say.
Yeah, it's a good spell. I think just in the last 15 minutes, half time, if they can keep this momentum going, then they give themselves every chance.
No match ball here. No one's that keen on getting a new match ball, so we'll just wait while this ball is retrieved. Masters with a goal kick here. Just while I've got a bit of time, Keegan, while this game's in a bit of a lull, here's a question for you at home and for Keegan. Keegan, as you guys don't know, is a proud Hamiltonian. So the question for today on YouTube and for Keegan is, who is the best football player ever to be born in Hamilton?
That's a great question, son. Yeah, as you say, as a proud ambassador myself, I think there's been some top talent out of Hamilton. For me,
So don't answer now.
okay.
What we want you to do is, for all the viewers at home, we're going to answer that in the chat. Sorry, interrupted here by a chance for Ellerslie. Max and Manco robbed at the last minute by Masters. So what we're saying is, in the chat, we want you to put in the chat who your best football player born in Hamilton is. And if you pick the same player as Keegan's going to pick in the second half, then you go on the draw to win an all-white scarf. So, Keegan, we'll find out your answer later. Is Rovers going on attack here? Shaw coming across to defend Armstrong. Armstrong trying to chase back on Shaw, but he finds Motter and a bit of a 1-2 there. And then Shaw goes and clips the ball towards Lonergan, but it's overhit. And Messenger has the ball in midfield. Just to clarify with this thing, Chris Wood does not count, was not born in the Waikato, so any votes for Chris Wood are not going to count, just FYI. Do your research. There's one post in the chat for Iggy Ozturk. Not sure if he counts, not sure if he's born in Hamilton, but we'll check that later. Just over 10 minutes left in this game. In this first half, sorry, I apologise. As Rovers keep possession here. Rovers trying to draw a free kick there with Inouye on shore, but the referee blows advantage or plays advantage. There's a nice little 1-2 there. Leads the ball with Kimian, who tries a left foot strike, but Bowl gets in the way there. They're quite sharp through the midfield, aren't they? They've got some decent players.
Yeah, when they want to flip the switch and turn things on, they can string a couple quick 1-2s together and then really hurt you if you don't mark up.
Rovers with a long throw here, I believe, right by the corner. This will be tricky to deal with for the Ellerslie team. Tate with this throw. A bit loopy this one, and Marshall, or actually Bold at the front post, wins that. And then Seto with a left foot shot well over the goal as Robertson calls for another ball. It's delivered by an Ellerslie spectator on the sideline.
What a ball. What a ball, Sammy.
Coleman to restart the game here from the goal kick. There's a bit of debate about the early press from Armstrong by the referee. Coleman across to Robertson. Robertson, little clip ball here into midfield is cut out by Winshow. Winshow finds Inouye. Inouye finds Doherty. Doherty with a strike. Straight into the arms of Robertson. He rolls the ball onto the ground and looks to clip it towards Lonergan. Lonergan brings that down and is facing forward. He's got some support in front of him with Manco and Litchfield. Goes back into midfield to Rack. Plays a 1-2 with Rack in the end. And then a ball to Manco. Manco to England. England to Marshall. Marshall to Bold. Bold cuts back, sends his player flying back to Marshall. Marshall with a delivery here. It's cut out for a throw-in. Probably not a bad result for Ellerslie, with Marshall having a bit of a cannon of a throw. Marshall eventually getting the ball back from the Northern Rovers substitutes. Targets here for Marshall. Shaw, Manco, Coleman. A long throw over the goalkeeper. It's headed away. Oh, goal! It's a goal! Maxim Manco flicks on the second phase. All came from that long throw. That is probably the longest throw I've ever seen Marshall do. That was longer than a normal long throw.
That was ginormous. I think Dave Masters' goal was trying to cheat by starting almost on the 6-yard box, and I don't know whether Josh Marshall intentionally threw it over him or he just was feeling strong this week, but that was a mega throw and tidy little experience finish from Max Manco.
So Ellerslie back in this game. Magic of cup football here. So we have about 8 minutes of the first half to go. That ball's sprayed out towards Armstrong, but Marshall escorts that out for a throw-in. It's funny how a goal changes momentum, Keegan.
Yeah, I think Ellerslie will be feeling really good at 1-1, especially if they can hold on to this going into half time. They've had some serious bright spells in this game that they might have lacked last week. So I think, if they can continue going into half time, at least 1-1, they'll be really, really happy. Gives them every chance for the second half.
Challenge there from Hobbs on Manco, but referee has unmoved. Lets that play on, and the ball is now at the feet of Messenger. Messenger finds his captain Hobbs. Ellerslie try and win the ball here in the tight spaces, and a appeal here. The ball's actually gone down the left here to Armstrong. Armstrong's got past Shaw, but Shaw's come back at him. Armstrong right foot delivery, aiming for Inouye. Inouye misses that header out of Seto. Seto drives at probably should have gone across goal. Went near post and put that high and handsome. And Ellerslie have a goal kick. A little bit of a switch off there from Ellerslie from the throw-in. I think they thought they were going to win that throw-in, and it went the other way. And then they were out of position from that period onwards.
Yeah, they've almost got away with that one there, I think. You just can't afford to switch off. You can see like Rovers who are, in all fairness, a well-oiled machine. And if you give them half a chance or you switch off at any moment, they will punish you, as we've seen across the last couple of weeks.
Robson here, clipping it towards goal scorer Manco. Manco chests that down for Lonergan. Lonergan's little flick is intercepted by Seto, but Lonergan's still there pressing him. But Rovers have won the ball back. Lonergan's still there or thereabouts, harassing the Northern Rovers player. Kay here in a good pocket of space, gets past Motta, finds Inouye, who's pulled out to the right, who looks for Kumian. Kumian in the box, just plays back to Winshow. Winshow sets himself for a shot. That's deflected. But Robertson deals with that reasonably comfortably. A little bit of a heart in his mouth there, I think, when the deflection happened, but he readjusted well. It's hard deflections, isn't it, as a goalkeeper?
Yeah, it always makes things a little bit awkward when it deflects, but when you see it in your hands, always grateful.
England here, a bit of a mazy run as he keeps position here for his team. Now back with the back line. Rack has pulled into a right back spot. Try and keep the ball here. Rovers sitting in a mid block. Looking for a pressing trigger. Motta to Lonergan. Lonergan back inside to Motta. Motta drives forward. Got the numbers here for Ellerslie. Motta's one-on-one with Messenger. Goes across to Manco. Manco shot into the box. Left foot. That was a great opportunity for Ellerslie. Created by Lonergan and Motta. And a great dummy run there from Litchfield. Manco would have wanted to get that on frame. A little bit unlucky, but shows that there's ways to hurt this team.
Yeah, seriously bright play down the left side, I think. It's not the first time we've seen those two linking up. If you remember back to the Topol game at home, that late goal was the same kind of 1-2 combination. You just hope now that Ellerslie, with a few minutes left in the half, can manage the game and get themselves to half time.
Yes, we don't want to jinx that, but it'd be a very Ellerslie thing to do to let this 1-1 slip before half-time. But we are here to be proven wrong, and we hope we are. And there's some wood nearby, which I'll be touching. This ball's gone down the left side to Armstrong. Armstrong well defended by Shaw. Shaw has stuck well with Armstrong in this game, not allowing the danger man too much space. Seems to be putting way more left than he did last week as well. Last week was more down the middle.
Yeah, I think that was probably part of Ellerslie's training during the week to try and stop those balls coming through the middle. And I think Rovers would have been bright enough as a management and the coaching management, to know that we're not just going to let them go down the middle again. So they're going to try new things.
Long throw there. Ends up with a half shot from Doherty, which is blocked out for a corner. As we enter the 43rd minute. Ellerslie with all 11 men back in the box. Looking to defend this corner kick. Should be taken by Seto. Going to be an in-swinger. You mentioned the in-swingers were hard to deal with last week.
Yeah, they look for that near post ball a lot, and although it wasn't always consistent, sometimes it went out on the full, but when they did get it right, it was really difficult for us to deal with.
It's a good punch there from Robertson. Did enough to clear that, and then Ellerslie combined between England and Litchfield to clear that ball. And then Marshall heads that ball away again, but Rovers still have it, and there's a shot from the edge of the box. Robertson with an athletic save back across goal, but that ball's turned in. I'm sure the referee was going to call a free kick in there at some point, but that's not eventuated, and second phase play from Rovers has hurt us again, which we identified early.
Yeah, I think we called it as well that this would be the time that Rovers would try and hurt you just before half time, that we had to get get through the first 45. So yeah, I think Atkinson, as coach, won't be very happy that his team's let us slip just before half time. But there's a lot better position than they were in last week, and they give themselves every chance to still fix things that might not be going right and get ready for the second half.
Ellerslie with a clever kick-off play here, out to Marshall. Marshall has got some space here as he cuts inside, finds England. England got two players on him, looks to go back to Bold. Bold back to Shaw. Shaw finds Rack. Ellerslie with a bit of interplay here. Bold with a little bit of lucky deflection, but loses the ball into midfield. And Inouye has come away with it, and he finds Doherty on the left. Doherty tries an early cross over towards, I think, Armstrong, who scored the second goal. After having said we're keeping him quiet, it's popped up as good goal scorers do in the right position. And Rovers, predictably here, drop off this press. They're not quite on the edge of the box as they look to make sure they go in with the lead at half-time, keeping their shape. Ellerslie looking left to right as they try and find some space here. Over towards Motta. Motta into Lonergan. Lonergan back to Motta. And back to Lonergan. Lonergan pressed here by Armstrong. It's a clever little play to keep the ball in midfield. As Shaw now with the ball, striding forward, looking for his options. Finds his fullback Bold. Bold tries an early ball inside, looking for, I think, England, but that ball's cut out and Rovers had the ball back here. A nice early ball here to Armstrong. Armstrong flicks that ball on, but a bit of body there from Shaw. Make sure that Armstrong can't get that, and Armstrong sees that ball out for a goal kick. Robertson restarts play out towards Shaw, who's been impressive in his return, doing his defensive duties. Pullman out to Motta. Motta, a little ball down the panel to Litchfield. Litchfield tackled from behind a little bit there, but the referee's not moved. And Pullman pressed into the corner here, but Ellerslie do win a throw. Restart play here towards Lonergan. Lonergan, a bit of pressure in the back there, but is able to ride that challenge from Winshower. Lonergan, left foot, tries to find Litchfield. Litchfield's intercepted by Kay. It's a free kick here to Northern Rovers for what must be the slightest of contacts in that challenge. But he's fine. Maybe try bigger shin pads. He's wearing micro ones, I can imagine, from what I can see.
It is hard to complain about a foul when you're waving your legs around while you're lying on the floor. So I think Will Richard's been a little bit hard done by there.
Yes.
Although I might be biased.
Yeah. Messenger restarting play here with a long ball towards Doherty. Doherty misses out on that header. And that is half time. Not much extra time played in this first half. Anyway, thank you for joining us this first half. Have a think about your best Hamiltonian. Pop it in the chat. And we'll be back in the second half to answer that question and with the second half's action. Thank you.
feelings is just so right as we dance by the moonlight. Can't you see you're my delight? Lady, I just feel like I won't get you out of my mind. I feel love for the first time, and I know that it's true. I can tell by the look in your lady. Hear me tonight, tonight. 'Cause my feeling is just so right, just so right. Lady, I just feel like, I feel love for the first time. Lady, hear me tonight, tonight. Can't you see you're my delight, Lady, I just feel like I won't get you out of my mind. Lady, hear me tonight, tonight. Hands on the window pane, watching some children laugh and play. They're running in circles with candy canes and French parades, inspired to question what makes us grown-ups anyway. Let's search for the moment when youth betrayed itself to age. So let the children play inside your heart always, and that you will defy. So you will never die, never die. In searching for substance, we're clouded by struggles, hate. Remember the meaning of playing out in the rain. We swim in the fountain of youth's timeless maze. If you drink the water, your youth will never fade.
Ellerslie back on the field here for the second half, waiting for the visitors, Northern Rovers.
Okay, please. Have a nice one.
Just an update on the competition in the chat. We are allowing anyone who's a footballer born in the Waikato Bay of Plenty region to be qualified, not just Hamilton, seeing as Hamilton is the capital city of that region, theoretically. So we will allow anyone from that region. So keep guessing. About the 75th minute mark, Keegan will announce the winner, or sorry, his best player, and then we'll pick a winner by the end of the game. Post it in the chat.
Did he play in the last
Okay, we have both teams back out on the field now, and we have seems like no changes from either team as the referee picks his watch for the second half. Just a bit of a change in commentary here. We're going to bring back Keegan Hansen for the second half as the lead commentator. And he's going to be joined by Finn Rathbone as the expert commentator. So I'll leave you to those guys. Any complaints, send them through to Ellerslie AFC and we'll deal with them.
Thanks, Tim. Happy to be here. Happy to be with my compatriot Finn Rathbone. Excited for the second half. Looks like no changes for Ellerslie so far. But Ellerslie starting brightly, and here's Lonergan on the attack up against Messenger. Ellerslie be looking to keep the ball for a moment here, see if we can manage the first few minutes of this second half. Well, welcome, Finn. What do you think the key things that Ellerslie need to do to succeed in this second half?
Thank you, Keegan. I'll just preface that by saying what a lovely afternoon it is here. A bit cloudy, but good conditions for football. It's actually my commentary debut, so if everyone could be nice to me in the comments, that'd be great. It's been a real long week. Keith Ellerslie here. Tight at the back. No balls in behind. And then you've got to finish the chances they're making. They made a few opportunities. Just got to make sure the ball hits the back of the net this half.
Yeah, cheers, Finn. Very bright insight, and congratulations on your commentary debut. Really excited to have you here. Bit of a familiar position for Northern Rovers here, back on the attack, looking dangerous, but Seb with a huge challenge, bit of a trademark from him. And now Litchfield can break one-on-one against Messenger. For keen Ellerslie fans, this will be, you remember when they played Wanderers last year and drew 3-3. Litchfield was up against Messenger when he scored that hat-trick. Not to say that Messenger struggled, he's a top player, but Litchfield was on it that day, and we're going to need a performance like that again from him. Yeah, look, it seems that we haven't quite been picking up the audio so far, so I'll just repeat what I've been saying this whole half. I'm joined this half by Finn Rathbone, who is subbing in for Tim. Finn is on his commentary debut while he's out with injury from the side. Yeah, Finn, welcome.
Thank you, Keegan. Pleasure to be here. Looking for hopefully a bit of second half for Ellerslie. They've kept it tight though, so all to play for in the second half.
Yeah, Ellerslie starting bright. They'll be looking to keep possession a little bit here and yeah, see if they can build on those threatening attacks that they had. Litchfield in a bit of space, looking to run at the defence. But a strong tackle from the Rovers right back. Thomas Rack, the destructor once again. It's his birthday today. Yeah, go on. Happy birthday, Thomas Rack. 20 years old. Would you look at that? The big 2-0. You might not know by the way he looks. He looks like he could be 32. He looks like he could be 18. But he plays the game with somewhat of a maturity the way he breaks up the play. So happy birthday, Thomas Rack.
One thing I've noticed about the Rovers team this week, no Jack Kelly. Reckons he's done his hamstring during the week. I just reckon he's hungover.
I guess we'll never know. He's had a bright game last week, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. Good to see the referee back on the field this half as well. We're a bit worried after that head knock that he might have a concussion, but he's managed the game well so far, and it's good to see that he's all okay. Rovers circulating the ball here. And a dangerous attack as the wingers one-on-one with Motta. Floats the ball in the back post, but to no avail. Keen observers will notice that Callum has changed his shorts as well. After 3 halves of football against Northern Rovers, the refs have picked up that the white shorts are a bit of a kick clash. So yeah, we see Callum in a blue, black, blue outfit for the second half. Sponsored by the Goalkeeper's View and Minas Marketing. Shout out Keegan Hansen. So Finn, what do you make of this goal kick setup from Ellerslie?
Look, it's something they practiced during the week, and I think it's hasn't quite come off so far in the first half, but I think it can. I think it could be in trouble here though. Whoa, Cullen with a bit of ice cold and pressure gives it away. Rovers could be in here. Nick Shaw covering everywhere today. He's done well out.
Yeah, nice little turn from Cal. Yeah, I like the confidence. You know, for a young man on his debut, he plays the game with the confidence that we love to see. Manko can't quite get control of the ball. He's battling away. He works hard. The legs haven't gone yet, and I don't think they will for a very long time. He's a top player here, and he understands the game really well. So Nick Shaw tries to nullify Armstrong, and Raki on birthday once again there to clean up. Now Shaw and Raki combining like Cunha and Bruno. Sensational. Here we are. Ellerslie looking confident on the ball. But comes to blows as Marshall loses the ball and gives away a cheap foul. A bright start to the second half for Ellerslie. Long may it last.
For those at Ellerslie that know Kirill, he reckons he's having a quiet night tonight. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. What the over/under is on Kirill having a quiet night. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I think anyone who knows Kirill will take the over on 8.5 beers today, but we'll see what happens. Not much movement from either bench so far in the second half, so both teams obviously relatively happy with how they're performing. It'll be curious to see what Mark Atkinson in particular brings onto the field to try and change the game and get themselves a goal.
We have Troy, who's a regular starter on the bench today. Could bring him in to bring a bit of action. And also Tenny's been brought up from reserves.
Yeah, fun fact about Tenny, he has naturally by trade he is a fullback, but he has made his one singular first team debut against Waitemata in the Chatham Cup last year, coming on as goalkeeper as Jackson Gilbert went off with a concussion. So Tenny spent the last 5 minutes of extra time in goal and kept a clean sheet. So unofficially has the best clean sheet to game ratio in Ellerslie, if not the world's history.
Great touch from Manko. No one's there.
Will with a promising attack here. He's got support on both sides. Decides to go alone. Marshall with a dangerous attack. Goes himself. Not a bad effort.
We've got some other scores from the Chatham Cup in the Northern region. Northland are 2-1 up over Bucklands Beach. Tapatoe 0-0 with Albany United. And Northern United 2-1 over Matamata Swifts.
Wow, interesting. Thanks for that insight, Finn. One game in particular I'd like to keep an eye on, aside from our own, is University of Waikato against Waikato Unicole. Uh, but maybe the first time they've come up against each other, but it's a battle of the universities. Back onto the game, it seems the Rovers captain Hobbs is disgruntled about the challenge that has gone on and around halfway as the Rovers number 7 is down. He looks to be okay, but the captain nonetheless is having a word to the ref.
Some other interesting games in the round. Waiheke United v Otai Motai. Quite the away day for Waiheke United.
Yeah, you wonder if Waiheke will actually take the ferry straight into the Tauranga port as opposed to into Auckland, and then, I'm not sure their travel arrangements, but who knows?
It's an excellent point, Keegan. Don't know what they'll do. If it were me, I'd probably rather take the ferry straight to Tauranga. It could be quite scenic. On a day like this, maybe not.
Yeah, well, you'd hate to take the ferry down there and then things get choppy and you get stuck in Tauranga. Not that it's a bad place, it's a lovely place to be. But yeah.
You'd hate to be seasick for a football game, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd hope the Waiheke guys would be on top of that, but, I guess it is what it is. You live on an island, and if you get seasick, then, makes life pretty tough. Motta with a throw down in the corner. On again, plenty of time as Rovers drop into somewhat of a mid-block. Still applying pressure almost every time the ball goes out to the fullback. You imagine that's their trigger to press. Cheaply given away by Marshall, who's actually had a really bright game, but just unlucky in that moment. Now Ellerslie on the back foot, looking to defend their box well. A dangerous ball from the winger and a mishit from Armstrong. An unlikely mishit. Usually it tends to be quite clinical, as we saw last week, but no, it's unfortunate. Litchfield's down on half time. Ellerslie players on halfway, my bad. Ellerslie players probably thinking they deserve a yellow card because that was a promising attack. But we hope Litchfield is okay. Don't mind the supporters in the background yelling for a card as well. It gets a bit rowdy up here on the deck, especially after some people have had a couple drinks. But just trying to keep them at bay.
10 goals so far this season for Armstrong, so seeing him miss that opportunity, really surprising.
Half chance there for Ellerslie as Manco pins the centre back and Motta comes steaming in for a left foot volley. We know from previous games that he can hit those, but just quite didn't fall for him nicely. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, please drop your comments for best Waikato and or Bay of Plenty player in New Zealand history. I will be revealing my guess or my opinion on that in around the 75th minute. And if you get the same guess as me, you will win a free All White scarf. So drop it in the comments sometime in the next 15 to 16 minutes. And try your luck. Rovers with a spell in possession now as Messenger drives the ball forward, trying to break the line. Despite their physical nature, they do spend a bit of time moving the ball around before they get it wide and put balls into the box. So they do have a bit of diversity to their game in which they can do a lot of different things in and around the final third. As we can see here, they like to control the game when their deepest midfielder has the ball. So it's up to Ellerslie to stand up tall to that challenge and weather the storm. Once again, going down Ellerslie's left side and hanging a ball up. Pullman with the first contact and Marshall clears, but the danger's not over yet as Rovers are just camping in Ellerslie's half for the next little while. Messenger with a really bright ball, and Rovers keep it in. Cal can just get his fingertips on it. He does enough. Ball there to protect him anyway. So he's done well. He's looked confident so far, and he plays into Racky in the midfield. Thomas Rack, sorry.
It's a good ball from Lonergan. Here comes Marshall. Could be in here. Cuts it on his left. Shot wasn't quite as usual, Marshall. Usually a powerful strike.
Thomas Rack, the birthday boy, just on the ball, playing it to Seb. Ellerslie hopefully can slow things down for a little bit and turn the tables to make Rovers spend a bit of time in their half. Though Rovers sitting in a 4-4-2 block, look comfortable. Yeah, this is exactly not what we want, is them to get the ball and hurt them on the break. So Ellerslie need to make sure they're comfortable in position, but also their rest defence is in good shape.
Bit unlucky with that pass there, Racky, but now that he's 20, he can now legally visit a casino. So I hope he makes the most of that tonight and gets a bit luckier at the table tonight.
Yeah, with a self-proclaimed nickname of greatness, you hope to expect the same from him, whether it be on the field or off the field. Again, another young boy, no short of confidence, but not short of ability either. So it's really good to see him flourishing this season in the number 6 or the number 8 role.
He only had 1 or 2 appearances for the first team last year, so good to see him really push forward and be more of a regular starter this year.
Yeah, someone who was really bright in preseason and stepped a bit of authority on the midfield. Deserving of their start today, given he started really, really brightly in the first game of the season against Manuriwa and was unlucky to get sent off in that game. But it's good to see him back playing well, and yeah, he seems to be performing in this game. It's Ellerslie looking really solid, and I think that's partly down to his performance. A change here for Northern Rovers as number 8 goes off for I believe that is number 24 coming on. Aiden Malachi Singh. Looks to be a like-for-like substitution as he goes into that wide pocket, and the number 10 moves into the middle. Oh, and just a quick shout out. One of Ellerslie's top fans, Greg Hansen, has arrived in his number 1 Auckland FC gears. So it's good to see him here. Arguably fan of the year, but who knows?
Well, he's the only one of the big 3 here at the moment. He's been the most regular appearance maker on the sideline, Greg Hansen.
Yeah, Greg Hansen, yeah, always a staple. As Ellerslie cut out a really dangerous attack from Rovers there, courtesy of a Seb Pullman challenge. For those that aren't familiar with the big 3, that is the Father Rathbone, Father Shaw, and Father Hansen. It's good to see the big man, the big G here. So, yeah, I think he's up for the Auckland FC game that a lot of us will be going to later.
AFC games prediction, Keegan?
I think it's going to be a tight affair. I think, given it's the first league and they're at home, I think the best thing that you can do in the first league is not to lose. You don't want to go into an away league in Australia down in the first half. So yeah, you want to make sure that you keep yourself in the game, keep yourself alive. Just a quick one on the field. Thomas Rack seems to be down with an issue. Carvin and Troy both getting themselves warm, so this looks like it could be a double change for Ellerslie here. Racky going off gingerly as hopefully it's nothing too serious. He has struggled with injury a little bit. I know his ankles aren't the best, and he struggles with his hamstring a little bit as well. Arguably not the finest athlete Ellerslie's produced, but a bright footballer nonetheless, so we hope he's okay as Lonergan and Rack go off for Carvin and Troy. So yeah, bright substitutions in here. Lonergan with a really good game and Rack with a early substitution on his birthday. Carvin and Troy arguably a more attacking duo than the others, so they'll be looking to try and create some chances while also most importantly winning their battles in the midfield against a very physical Rovers team who have actually dropped in coming in onto the midfield from the wing. As the Rovers management seem to be very upset. Not quite sure what it's about. It seems to just be a throw-in. Yeah, they're very upset about something. It's not personally the hill I'd be willing to die on, but you know the game is tense, so naturally people are gonna be upset.
Troy and Carve, who just came on, both on their 9th appearance today. Just going back to that AFC comment, agreed, Keegan. You don't want to be going to Australia down a goal. So I think a draw would be a good result for AFC today. Maybe sit in a bit, go for the 0 or the 1-0 would be a good result, I think, considering the form they've been in.
Yeah, I think they've struggled for wins in the last 5 or 6 games, so it'd be really good to see them. Yeah, traditionally they do play things quite tight, so yeah, it'd be good to you got to make sure you come out there and perform. They got a battle to get that result, as do Ellerslie have a battle on their hands on this long throw here, but Pullman, who looks to have taken a head knock, has done enough to stop the Rovers striker from getting a clean header on it, which, you don't always have to win the first ball, but you got to make sure that you put enough pressure on that they can't score directly from it. Seb's the kind of player that he's probably could be on the verge of a concussion here, but he will play on because he's just a warrior. He's also nursing a hip injury from last week's game. He only trained once this week, so it's good to see him out on the field, and hopefully his head knock's not too serious and he's okay.
Good to see Francis de Vries back for Auckland FC this Arvo, though. Could make the difference.
It is, yeah. He probably arguably hasn't been at his best in this game, this season, sorry. But I think, yeah, if he gets his delivery spot on and yeah, Auckland can capitalise on that, then yeah, they'll definitely go in high on confidence. A ball floated up for Rovers and Cal does well to cut it out as Armstrong was actually free in the middle, very dangerous. Nick Shaw has a bit of time on the ball now, hoping to use Manco to work off, but falls to Carvin. Jacob England under a little bit of pressure, a bit of hands from the Rovers player as Ellerslie can get the ball and Motta's steaming past Litchfield on the left side. Litchfield doesn't like to use him. Finn, how do you feel about when you make an overlapping run from fullback and a winger or striker doesn't pass to you? How does that make you feel?
Not gonna lie, Keegan. Nothing that I hate more. When you sprint forward, scream for it, and the winger just turns back.
Yeah, I think when you go and make an unselfish run like that, it is hard, especially if you're in space. But I guess that is just the nature of the position. Sometimes you work hard to reap no rewards.
You might not be able to fully appreciate this as a keeper, but when you sprint up and you're not that fit, you do all that work and you get nothing for it. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, I sympathise with you there, Finn, as Rovers have a semi-dangerous position, just inside the Ellerslie half, looking to hang it up, but it's actually gone straight to Callum's hands. Probably not the result they were looking for. I can kind of appreciate the overlapping work that you do, Finn. I often find that when I have to go up for a late corner and you run it all the way and it doesn't beat the first man, I have to sprint all the way back. I appreciate the work that goes into the overlapping runs from the fullbacks because I get very, very tired when I do that.
Shout out to Shaq, who's an ex-Ellerslie player. He was criminal for never passing the ball when you would overlap. He's at Cambridge now. He is playing Topor today, so good luck to him.
Yeah, and also good luck to Eli Smith playing for Topor, who are flying high at the minute. As Rovers with a dangerous attack and a snapshot from Rovers number 11. Yeah, they're looking dangerous. You don't want to give them too much space in and around the edge of the box, although you do back Cal to save those. He's a very, very good shot stopper. Also, quick shout out to my mum, Jodie Henston. It's Mother's Day tomorrow, so yeah. Early shout out to Mum. Good to see you here, and I'll catch up with you soon.
What do you got planned, Keegan?
For Mother's Day, the plan, I think we have a game of tennis on the cards. Um, I think we might get a coffee, maybe get some brunch, and she wants to see the new Michael Jackson movies, so I think we have a bit of a busy day planned. What about you?
Mom's actually away at the moment, so I will not be seeing her tomorrow, unfortunately. But we'll do something when she gets back.
That's a shame. I hope she's doing well. I'm sure you'll send her a nice message or give her a phone call anyway. Dangerous ball there from Callum, but Bray, the way that Ellerslie try to play at the moment is that they try to play brave football under Mark. So it's good to see them trying things and trying to battle things out. Rovers, you imagine, will launch this ball into the box again. So Ellerslie need to stand tall and win this battle. Only 5 more minutes to get your guesses for best Hamiltonian or Waikato Bay Plenty player as Rovers launch that into the box. And number 3, Winshire cannot get a clean hold of it.
Speaking of Hamilton, Hamilton bet map 3-0 this morning. So they're through to the second round. Goals to Lindsay, Thompson, and Hamlin. You don't hear them, Keegan?
I do know Henry Thompson. Traditionally, he had the nickname Bobble, given his first touch. So it is, he has scored past me, so I can't talk too much about it. But no, he's a good lad, him. 71 minutes gone here. Very, very tight game. We're glad to see both teams still in the contest. Ellerslie will be hoping to score soon and send this to extra time if they can't get a third before that. You'd argue Troy's come on and added some physical presence. Not that we were lacking it through Thomas Rack, but him and Troy are very different players. But Troy has come on and done a good job of nullifying Rovers and winning the first and second balls. As Rovers apply pressure here, and a late challenge on Nick Shaw called by the referee. Credit where credit's due, the referee's actually been very good today. Aside from taking an early head knock, we haven't actually noticed him do too much, which is always a sign of a good refereeing performance.
Ellerslie could be on here. Maxim out to Will. Doing what he does best. Getting to the byline. Oh, it's a good ball. Falls up in the air. The keeper's done well there.
It's a dangerous attack from Ellerslie there. A nice ball hung up as Rovers, Seb and the striker getting a little bit twisted up. The ref says play on, and now Motto's found himself in a really nice position as he can swing a ball in, but maybe just needs to take a touch and relax. As Nick Shaw doesn't quite get things right, but Super Captain Seb is there to clean things up. Now Rovers moving the ball nicely to beat the Ellerslie 3-man press. Ellerslie probably moving into a middle block here. So England tries to chase. And Rovers' first time ball goes right into the corner as Ellerslie will be trying to battle their way out of this situation. And an early cramp for a Rovers player. See, not quite sure which number player that is down, but we hope he's okay. It's nothing too serious. I don't imagine the physio will have to come on. It's just a bit of cramp. You know what they say about cramp, Finn? If you have bananas, never cramp. So you know what? Monkey, never cramp.
See, personally, I'm a big fan of magnesium capsules. Bit of magnesium every night really helps with cramps.
Yeah, I've heard those are really good as well. Yeah, well, I guess banana's been high in magnesium, but a capsule makes things pretty easy. And if you can do it every day, then yeah, you won't end up like our friend and the hobbling along at the moment.
Helps you sleep as well. So if you struggle with sleep, magnesium, right out.
Do you struggle with sleep, Finn?
A little bit sometimes, Keegan. A little bit, yes.
Oh, I wouldn't have picked that. You're always such a bright and bubbly guy. Rovers sitting off here and trying to get into a mid block as Rovers winger goes down again. I believe his teammate was actually telling him to go down. I imagine the ref's going to play on because it's not a head knock. He doesn't need to stop. And now Rovers are actually a man down as they try to attack. And Litchfield competes for the ball. Carvin puts on pressure. And Marshall with good cover and a poor touch from the Rovers number 24. This delay in play will actually be a really good opportunity for us to announce the winner of the player that we guessed. Just going to take a quick look through the comments to see if anybody got it. Paul Tinkler's a great guess. Good ball knowledge. Chris Wood, not born in the Waikato. Ryan Thomas, probably the second choice. Rojas in third. But for me, actually, my guess for best Waikato Bay of Plenty player was actually no longer playing for New Zealand, plays for America. Tyler Boyd played a lot of games for Besiktas, played Champions League football, and has played 10 games for New Zealand and 10 games for America as he changed ties when he moved into the MLS. Started at Melville in somewhat of a golden generation under Declan Edge, where he played with Jesse Edge, Marco Rojas, and a bunch of other really young players who came through in that bright moment. But yeah, I don't know if anyone guessed. I'll check it out, but I'm not sure if anyone actually guessed Tyler Boyd. I don't have access to the comments. Thank you, Stephen White, for Love Keegs on the mic as well. I appreciate that. Despite Kirill abusing me at the moment for thinking that Tyler Boyd's not the best, but what does he know about Hamilton football?
People were asking me who my personal Hamilton best player was, but honestly, don't really think much about Hamilton. Doesn't occupy a lot of space in my mind, so don't really care.
Says a lot about you, Finn. I think you are somewhat of a deep thinker, but I think sometimes you just need to take a step back and appreciate life's not just in Auckland. There's a lot of beautiful things going on in and around Auckland, and Hamilton is part of that. Anyway, thanks to everyone who commented. We'll reach out if anyone got that right, and we'll follow up after the game. It looks like Ellerslie have made a couple changes, so we've moved Josh Marshall onto the left, and Levi Johnson and Alice Bridmore have moved onto the field as Manco and Litchfield come off. Bit of a different dynamic coming on. Alice was on fire in the warm-up, and Levi's always a goal threat as well, so those will both be looking to draw things up and move it to extra time. Finn, what are your predictions for the last 11, 12 minutes of regular time here?
Look, in typical Ellerslie fashion, there'll be a last-minute header from a corner or a free kick. I'm thinking 96 minute, and it's going to be a Seb or a Sebastian. Sorry, Nick or Sebastian. Easily confused.
Yeah, Nick or Sebastian too. Nick's had a bit of a knack of showing up with late goals as of last season, and Seb, ever consistent. Actually currently has the most goals in the Ellerslie team with 19 goals in 191 games, followed closely by Will Litchfield, who has had 17 goals in 41 games.
Do you remember back to last season? Seb had a 98th, 95th? Somewhere in that area, equaliser against Northern Rovers in a 5-all thriller. Hopefully you can replicate that today.
Yeah, 5-5. That's you don't get a scoreline like that too often. But yeah, players like Seb have been around the game a long time. They know when, how to handle big moments and come up with those big headers and big goals, even though he is a centre back. And arguably a professional foul from number 7 for Rovers, Doherty. Yeah, I think that shows a bit of experience in their game because Ellerslie were making a promising attack and probably a smart yellow card to pop up with. Ellis does well to hold the ball up and Sam Bald on it. Ellerslie moving the ball well. Probably need to spread the ball, but we're keeping the ball in Rovers' half is a nice change on Rovers putting the pressure on. Yeah, it's good to see Ellerslie working hard to get another goal, and I think they probably feel more comfortable in possession now, knowing that Armstrong's gone off the field, so that threat in transition is not there. With a great challenge from Pullman, who hits up gingerly, but he's done really, really well. And Josh Marshall just fluffs his lines. He hangs it a little bit too far up the back, but yeah, it's a good spell from Ellerslie. You hope Sid Pullman's okay. He'll battle on nonetheless, but yeah, it's good to see Ellerslie with a nice spell, and yeah. Rovers with an opportunity to run at the Ellerslie defence here, as number 9 has been looked after by Motta, and he hangs a dangerous ball in, but there's no one from Rovers in the middle. Sam Bald gets a chance to bring it out of the Ellerslie half, and link with Levi, he just doesn't quite get that right, and Cal safely into his hands. He plays through Nick Shaw here. Troy moving the ball, Ellerslie under a bit of pressure. They probably need to go the other way. Things get a little bit cramped, and I don't know if you guys can see on the screen, but it gets a little bit muddy on this near side by the club rooms. It doesn't get much sun, so the grass doesn't grow as nicely here. So we always prefer to play on the left side, just as a general rule of thumb. Troy with a mazy little run, and he spreads the ball to Carvin as, again, maybe a professional foul from number 10, Cumin. We don't know. Ellerslie looking to take the ball quickly, but Seb, kind of half limping his way up to the edge of the box. Him and Nick Shaw will be looking to get on the end of this, if not the first, then definitely the second ball. Troy floats one really deep, and it's actually worked out to be quite a nice ball, but Marshall and Seb just kind of get in each other's way. You can see what they're trying to do there, swinging it away from the 6'5" Dave Masters in goal and try to win the second balls. It's a bright moment for Ellerslie, and they seem to be having the fair share of position and territory at the moment. As long as they keep things tight at the back and make sure they don't get done on the counter, they're giving themselves every chance in the last 7 or 8 minutes of regular time here. Holman with a strong header, and he's down again. This is not looking good as Rovers break. Holman stumbles his way back up, and Motta covering. And it falls to Carvin, who's done well. Seb in midfield lays it off nicely to Jacob England. A fruity little touch there from Seb Pullman. It's what we like to see.
Shout out to Stephen White, ex-Ellerslie player. I'll come back to that in a second. Foul by Josh Marshall. That's a dangerous spot for Northern Rovers. Stephen White in the comments, though, says, love Keegs on the mic, but didn't give me a shout out. So, Stephen, please watch your back.
Don't worry about it. As I understand, Stephen's girlfriend fights MMA semi-professionally in New Zealand, so I think it's Finn who needs to watch his back if he's going to be calling out the wrong kind of people, especially on a live stream. Yeah, but we'll give him a break. It is his first game. It's my first game too, but I had a whole first half to warm up. Rovers looking to outswing this. They haven't sent many forward. They're leaving 3 players back and 2 on the edge of the box. Ellerslie leaving maybe 1.5 players up with Levi and Josh Marshall kind of half in between. Seb with a clearance.
Yeah, I've been clicking that.
And Seb's still battling his way through. No centre back cover on the bench despite Tenny being there. And yeah, if anyone could do us a favour, we're just having some technical issues. If you could comment if you can hear Finn Rathbone on the commentary or if I've just been referring to him and you're not sure. Just anyone drop a quick comment saying, love you Finn, love your work, that'd be great. As Rovers go short on the corner and Carvin dives early, they hang that up dangerously and there's a man free at the back post, but doesn't quite work out. Ellerslie weather the storm for now. And half chance there for the Rovers number 7.
Oh, true. Good point, Tim. Yes, if you can hear me, please let me know. Having some technical difficulties. Can hear Finn, but very quiet.
And Ellis with a
Kelly,
dangerous
is that
ball.
you now?
Levi in the middle. But no, nonetheless, a bright little moment there from the two impact players off the bench. Dave Masters taking his time with the free kick. Referee checks his watch. There's 4 minutes left, maybe 6 or 7 minutes left in the total game.
Be interesting if Northern decide to sit in a bit here more. Just park the bus.
Yeah, it's quite curious. You wonder how they're going to manage the rest of this game. Ellerslie look really dangerous on the break. So if I was the Rovers coach, I'd be urging my team to sit in and just see out this result. But I'm not the Rovers coach. I'm the commentator. So I say Ellerslie, all guns blazing.
We still got a nice header here, Keegan. So there you go.
For now, we try not to look at the hairlines too much. Marshall looking to launch another long ball into the box. Masters a little bit more reserved with his positioning this time. Marshall hangs it up towards Sebastian. Can't win the first ball. Troy Thomas puts pressure on the second, and Rovers looking to break. You imagine they'll take this to the corner as he's not got much support. Darren working hard to hold him up, and he's done well so far. Both players done really well, and Carvin wins it, and looks like an Ellerslie ball, but the referee decided another is going the other way. I'll reserve my judgments on that. Rovers naturally taking their time as they do this throw-in as well. Rovers go short and win another throw-in. You see Alice's pressure. Maybe another short throw here. Ellerslie probably need to send someone else to help Ellis. He can't do it himself as Ellis puts pressure on, but unfortunately gives away his foul as puts just a little bit too far.
Not the cleverest foul from Ellis. Shirt pull there. Dangerous spot again for Rovers.
Yeah, Ellis being a strong player, he naturally is quite aggressive. That's just part of his game. So sometimes you get that from him, but what he gives you going the other way is always really strong. Rovers with a chance here to swing a dangerous ball, but no, they opt to go to the corner again, and then half chance at the edge of the box, but they are offside. Probably not the best game management there from Rovers, but they're still 2-1 ahead, so everything to play for. Rovers dropping into a mid 4-4-2 block again, as Nick Shaw clips a long ball for Levi to compete with. He doesn't have much support. Rovers putting the ball over for Callum to come and sweep up. And he does well to squeeze it through a gap onto Carvin. As we tick towards the past the 90-minute mark, we're on the referee's time now. I imagine we'll have 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 added extra time minutes in here. Aside from one player going down with cramp, there's been pretty minimal stoppages in this half. And it's a corner for Northern Rovers. You imagine they'll try to keep this over there again as Nick Shaw throws his hands up in disagreement. Naturally, you can see a little bit of frustration from Ellerslie team that's worked really, really hard today. But they win the goal kick.
Every touch matters now for Ellerslie. There's no second chances here with 2 minutes to go. Rovers could be in here. Sebi with another impeccable slide tackle. He's been on great form today, and that's a shoulder in the back.
Yeah, if you ask me, Seb is arguably a man in the match so far. He's actually popped into midfield. I don't know if he quite wanted it. I think he was putting himself up top, but he is seems to be battling every injury up under the sun as he hobbles himself forward to go up top and win some headers. But yeah, if you ask me, he's been man of the match today. Every Rovers attack he's been on the other end of with a block or a slide tackle, just a bunch of big challenges. It's really good to see. Looks like he didn't quite make his way up to the top as Ellerslie lose the ball. And we have Tenny coming on for his outfield debut for Josh Marshall. First time he's come on for Ellerslie, not as a goalkeeper. So I tell you what, if he scores, he might have the best goal to minute ratio in Ellerslie history and the best clean sheet to minute ratio in Ellerslie history. Ellerslie's faithful ecstatic about the Tenny substitution, hoping that he can come on and make a difference on the left wing.
Yeah, he's a real fan favourite here on the balcony, so all the best to him.
Yeah, and I believe his band's new album is dropping in a couple of weeks as well. So there's a release party on, I believe, Friday the 16th of May. So if you're not doing anything, we'll see you there. As Rovers get the ball and in their half, Nick Shaw clears only as far as the edge of the box, and Rovers looking to keep the ball and manage as they... Not sure how we feel about that shot. His teammates are yelling at him just to keep half of the ball. Callum runs away as the ball... He's got 2 balls now, he's got a spare one. He looks to send this one forward for Allison Levi to win. Referee checks his watch. There can't be long left now, but there's no whistle to the mouth yet. As Carvin competes for the ball and Sam ball for the seconds, but that is a little bit of a late challenge as he goes shoulder to shoulder, maybe head to head with the Rovers winger.
Could be the last play of the game here. 93 and a half on the clock.
Ellerslie are going to have to win this header and get the ball forward quickly. Tenny probably needs to be a little bit higher. There he goes. He pops himself up, and Levi needs to be ready. If Alice can keep this in and swing it forward. Oh, 50-50 call from the linesman, but maybe the right call. It's hard to see from our angle here. Well dealt with from Troy as the ball goes over, and yeah, it actually rolls onto the field. Callum making use of that spare ball that he's got now, looking to arguably send it forward early so he can win the ball. Seb is up top. Time to party. He's going to win this first header, and then he's going to get himself up and in the box. There it is. There's one, but no one there to support him. And now Nick has done a brilliant job of covering. Tell you what, he's been really, really good today as well. Him and Seb have been rock solid at the back. Despite the 2 goals conceded, I don't think either could have done too much about it, as they've done really, really well this today. Tini with his first touch of the ball as he hands the ball over to the Rovers fullback. Tini with his second touch of the ball as he wins that tackle. And Callum keeps the ball in. So Rovers striker tries to block the ball. Trent yelling it as a good punt from Callum. If Levi can win this header, not quite. Can't be long left. 5.5 minutes into extra time. Ellerslie need to get the ball forward into a promising position and do it quickly. Seb's not up top, so it's up to Ellis to win the header. It'd be a really good time for Ellerslie to get a free kick, so put some pressure on Rovers. And Troy maybe holds onto the ball for too long. The Ellerslie coaching staff up on their feet, not happy about that. But Tenny completes a pass, and Callum can take a touch and hopefully swing the ball to Nick Shaw. He does it first time. Really, really good. Now, Seb is back up top again. If Nick Shaw can hang it to the back post, Ellerslie have numbers. It's not a bad ball as Masters comes. Tenny's there. And it falls to Seb. Hey, the ball's still live. And it falls into Dave Masters' hands, who will be the happiest man in the world and is going to take his time down there. It was looking a lot like a replay of the Rovers 5-5 draw with Ellerslie last year, with Seb winning that header. But unfortunately, that is full time, and Ellerslie are out of the Chatham Cup in the second round. Finn, thoughts on the game?
Oh, look, can't fault the boys on the effort after last week's 5-0 to come and improve and put in a good shift today. Well done, I think.
Yeah, special shout out to Nick Shaw and Seb, really solid at the back. Cal with a strong performance in goal, and also to Thomas Rack, whose birthday it is, and Tenny, who makes his outfield debut. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to Finn joining me on the co-commentary. Congratulations to anyone who guessed Tyler Boyd as YBOP's best player, although I don't think he did. So tough luck. Tough luck for Ellerslie. Tough luck for everyone in the comments. And we'll see you next week. Godspeed. Yeah, look, don't feel great about that, but that's where we are. Don't feel great about this Ellerslie result. Don't feel great about the weather. Don't feel great about the guests, but hey, but hello, Auckland FC, and we will see you next week. I believe it's Red 7. Red 7.
Simplification of skanking. Freestyling ourselves a Ouija. Stripping it back to the roots of the genre. Nothing else takes me like you do. We move to the music, the pushing and pulling us in, the feeling the drum and bass. That's why we do what we do. Unite the people, we are the land. Relight the fires, we burn again. Stripping it back to the roots of the genre. Nothing else takes me like you do. We move to the music, the pushing and pulling us skin, the feeling the drum and bass. That's why we do what we do. Simplification original skank man. Freestyling our sounds of we jam. Stripping it back to the roots version. Nothing else takes me like you do. We move to the music, the pushing and pulling us in. Feeling the drum and bass. That's why we do what we do. Unite the people, we are the land. Relight the fires and burn again. Stripping it back to the roots version. Nothing else takes me like you do.